of Townes Van Zandt's Talkin' Karate Blues. Whoa, this song is ridiculous. Capo's on the 3rd fret. One of these talking blues joke songs that Townes does. Really hilarious. The picking is really cool though. So learn this thing, you're gonna learn something. There's some really fun syncopation happening here. Boom. If you're new to Mike's Music Method, I am Mike. I'm your guitar teacher. My goal here is to teach you this song as close to note for note as humanly possible. I transcribe these with my own ear to the best of my ability, and I'm here. I've been teaching since I was 20. I'm like a 40-something-year-old man now, and it's my goal to get you to learn this song. And you're gonna learn this song today. Maybe not all of it today, but you're gonna learn it because you are a good guitarist. Every day, you're becoming the guitarist of your dreams, getting closer to becoming that perfect platonic ideal of guitar goodness. Even as you sleep, your skills are improving. Even while you walk your dog and get aggravated at it pulling on its leash, when your wife is bickering about something that you think is irrelevant, you're still becoming better at guitar in the back of your mind. There's 3 parts to this video. First part, we're walking through every darn note, showing you the right hand picking, the left hand picking. It's gonna be great, you're gonna learn a lot, it's a fun tune. Second part of the video, and you can even start at the second part, is just campfire ready. If you had to play the song tonight, how would you go about doing that? So first part of the video is hyper zoom. Second part is the bird's eye. And like I said, feel free to do that second part first. Then thirdly, we do slow run throughs. So we play each part really slow at the end of the video. It's all time stamped. You can get these tabs at mikesmusicmethod.com based on the value for value model. That means you pay what it's worth to you. No one is turned away. I want you all to learn. I'm excited. That's it. Let's dive in. Capo is on 3. Before we start though, grab your Gibson, your Husson Dalton, your Collings, your Epiphone, your Yamaha, your Fender, whatever it is you got, your Takemine. There's too many makes to say them all, but your favorite piece of wood or plastic, you're gonna put, or carbon fiber, you're gonna put it in your lap. And when I count to 4, you're gonna hit a big C chord. The capo's on 3, all right? Because we're doing the Synchronous major chord. 2, 3, 4. Oh, you are feeling good. You're feeling ready. You are a great guitarist. You are primed. We're learning this song. Measure 1. We got a pickup beat, so we got rest. And then the classic little country walk. So I'm doing G, open A, 2nd fret B. Then measure 2 here, first full measure. We have a C chord. Now check out the thumb. Isolate the thumb. We've got this 3-string thumbing, I call it. And we're going from 5, 4, 6, 4. And we're gonna move that ring finger. It's got to do double duty, 5th string to the 6th. So get that solid. Our pinky's also going to be down on that highest string, 3rd fret. So real slow here, we're going to do thumb. Thumb is pinching 5 and 1 here on beat 2. And then I'm going to pinch again, 6 and 1. So we got a double pinch there. So we got 1, pinch, pinch, and so let me give you the fingers. I'm doing thumb, thumb and middle again, and then quickly doing the pointer finger on that 2nd string. And then we're ending with the thumb on the 4th. So 3, 4. Gonna put a note early on here. I'm gonna assume you know a little bit of finger picking. If you don't, I've got the free guitar tabs database at mikesmusicmethod.com. Click on that, start at an easier skill level if you're totally lost. And if you're looking to fast track your playing, I got Finger Lickin' Cowboy Pickin', an amazing ebook that'll take you through all this Travis picking stuff. But plenty of great resources on my website. Let's keep going. So measure 3 is really similar. We start with the pinch on 5 and 1, and then it's immediately back to the pointer finger there. Then the thumb does 4. Then again, I go back to the top string. So pinch and thumb, and then I'm doing the middle finger again. So thumb, middle, pinch, pointer, thumb, back to the middle, first half of the measure. Second half of the measure, I gotta move that ring finger down, get that 6th string, quick pointer finger back to the 2nd string, then I'm pinching 4 and 1 with thumb and middle. It's the second half of the measure. So 3, 4. Love that cool syncopation. Sorry, my hands are cold. I'm a little chilly. Measure 4, the F chord. Yes, we are doing the thumb over the top. There is workarounds. I've got several videos called That Damned F Chord. If you're confused or having trouble, if you go to my website, mikesmusicmethod.com, and click on the Hub of Guitar Goodness, I have a whole bunch of videos that are just on specific things. And I think I have 3 videos all on bar chords and how to handle this F chord and thumb over the top. But we got this with a little bend. So we got 6, pinching 4 and 2 with my, here I move my middle. Now I've got my middle and I'm hitting the 2nd string with my middle finger. So thumb, doing 4 and 2 with thumb and middle, back to 6. And here I'm doing the pointer finger on the 3rd string. So I've shifted, typically we're gonna avoid using the ring finger unless we need it. So thumb, pinch, thumb, and thumb. And I'm gonna put my pinky down on this 2nd string, 3rd fret here. And we're gonna bend that. So we've got thumb, pinch, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle. But I gotta get that pinky down, I'm gonna bend it. So 3, 4. And while I'm holding that bend, we'll just go straight into 5 here. Go back to the thumb. Then I'm gonna pinch 4 and 2 again with that pinky still down. I'm kind of bending it again there too. And then here I lift it where I hit 6 and 2 at the same time. So I've got, so thumb, pinch 4 and 2, lift that pinky, pinch 6 and 2. And then quickly my pointer finger plays the 3rd string, back to the thumb. 3, 4. Got it. Measure 6, we go to a G chord, but check it out. We're not doing a normal G. That a thumb over the top F chord, we're moving it up 2 frets. And so we've got the G the same way. That's what's beautiful about this chord. It's movable. You can do it anywhere on the guitar. So here we're doing it, thumbs down the 3rd fret. He's doing the same kind of trick. I love it. We're bending that 6, making it a flat 7. Really cool bluesy sound. So we got thumb, 6, pinching 4 and 2. Then it's 6, 3rd string with my pointer finger to the 4th. Then I'm doing the 2nd string with my middle finger and that pinky's down. And it's another little bend there. 3, 4. Yeah. Then 7 continues just like we have the double F. Here we have the double G. We got a G again. Thumb, pinching 4 and 2. Pinky still down. Then I lift it just like I did the F. Pinch 6 and 2. Pointer, thumb. So that F and G, a really similar right hand thing. Let's play through 7, 3, 4. Let's play through 6 and 7, 3, 4. Yeah. And a note, just to make you a better player, right? It's not always about just getting all the notes right, but it's about giving them the right feel. So you'll notice there's certain notes that are legato, meaning they're held out, versus ones that are kind of punctuated and staccato. The best way I know to get good at that is just put on the recording, put it in slow motion, and once you can play it at a slow tempo, immediately try to start mimicking towns and getting the feel for it. Because often, not to make it seem too complicated, but it can be almost as hard as learning all the notes and getting the coordination down. There's something about giving these songs a certain feel that can be quite difficult as well. So start doing that. The moment you get 4 measures down, loop them, right? Just listen to towns, put the recording on really slow and loop those 4 measures and try to emulate the kind of the feel that Towns is giving it. Measure 8, pretty easy. Got a weird little anomaly here at the end though, where just a C chord. Thumb on 5, pinching 4 and 2, move that thumb to 6 with the ring finger, and then immediately hit the 3rd string with the pointer. So Then here we have a thumb, and you're hearing this really quick pull off. It almost sounds like an accident or something, but it's in there. Not an accident, but it's just like seems louder than it should be in the recording. I kind of like it though. And then 9 is a G chord, and check this out. I've played a G chord a lot of ways, but here we have this really novel approach to the G chord. First off, I love a G chord that has a G7, I should say, that has the F here on the 3rd fret of the D string. So instead of putting that F on top, 1st fret of the high E, we could do an F on the 3rd fret of the D. And I just love that. But not only do we have that, we also, you know, some of you know how to play the G chord like this, where you have 3 and 3 instead of 3 and open. So what's happening here is we're combining all of those elements. So I think the best way to play this chord, I've never seen Townes do this, and I haven't heard it played this way in other recordings. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, or I think I mentioned it. I haven't filmed it yet, but I'll try to remember to mention it. As that there's so many guitars happening that I could be wrong, right? I could be hearing 2 different guitars. I'm not sure, but check it out. We can just bar this entire 3rd fret to play this measure, which is a really kind of, I never thought to play a G7 that way. That's it, just bar them. If you're skipping strings, then it works. So let's do this. I'm barring all the 3s, pinching 6 and 1, and then immediately doing the pointer finger on the 2nd string. So thumb, middle, pointer, then thumb goes to the 4th. Then I'm gonna add that high string again, right back to the middle. So pinch, pointer, thumb, middle. And the second half of the measure is just, sorry, my screen went black. It's gonna be 6-2, so thumb, pointer, then thumb on the 4th, and we go back to the 2nd string with the pointer, but I'm gonna do an open string cheat. That's when you lift the chord early to prepare for the chord change. So that whole measure, 3, 4. Really easy, you're just barring it, G7. All right, we're about halfway through the intro here. Measure 10's back to a C chord, and this is the same that we saw at the beginning. Nothing new. 11's almost identical, except it's a little easier than we saw up above. We just did on the thumb, there's no extra pinch. So that was the same as 2 and 3 or whatever it was. Then same with 12. Put that pinky down to get that bend on the F. 13's a little different. We've got thumb, pinch 4 and 2. And you can choose to like do a little bend here again if you want. I didn't notate one. Then we lift the pinky, pinch 6 and 2. That's a little busier. So I'm pinching with thumb and middle to the pointer, thumb, and then back to the middle, doing an open string cheat. And again, he wants that rhythmic note in there for speed, but he doesn't want to have to struggle to get to the next chord. And here's where things get interesting, because we go 14 is back to that G7 where we're gonna bar it, and things get interesting here going into 15. But we just got this. So thumb's bouncing. I'm doing 6, pinch 4 and 1 with thumb and middle. Pinch again, 6 and 1. Then immediately the pointer finger is on the 2nd string there, and then back to the thumb. So 3, 4, thumb, pinch, pinch, and thumb. Now you notice at the end of the measure, we've got the 6th fret. Gonna put the pinky down on the 6th fret. Very cool, right? We get that flat 3 over there in the G chord. Just adding the pinky and doing it on an and beat. So thumb, pinch, pinch, and thumb, and using that middle finger to snag the top string. Now we're gonna walk it down in 15. So I'm gonna do thumb on the 6th string. Then that pinky, I'm gonna drop it. I suppose you could just slide the pinky down, or you can go to the ring finger, and I'm doing thumb, then the 5th fret on that top string. And I'm doing right hand is thumb, middle, right? And thumb goes to 4, and then I go back to the top string, but I lift that, so now it's the 3rd fret. So I have that melodic 6, 5, 3. So from that pickup, I'm hitting the 6 at the end of 14. Right, so let's just do 15. I don't want to confuse you. So I'm doing thumb on 6 to the 5th fret, thumb on 4, lift that, so we get on the 3rd fret, thumb goes back down, but check this out, this move's kind of weird. After I do the thumb, I'm gonna put my middle finger down on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, and here I'm kind of lifting the chord, so make a note here. We're gonna lift out of the chord, and I'm gonna pull that 4 to a 3, but I call this a giddy up, because the moment I'm doing that pull off, he's also hitting that 4th string open. Again, I could be mixing 2 guitar parts. That's totally possible. It's too hard to isolate it, and I'm just trying to give you like the gist of it and what sounds cool and what's jumping out to my ear. So we got that giddy up, hit the 4. The moment I do a pull off with my middle to pointer finger, my thumb is also hitting the 4th string. If you're not used to that, it's tricky. I did do a live stream video on the giddy up. So we have that idea, practice that in isolation if it's hard. And then we're gonna slide down to the 1st fret. So if we have, and all that's on 8th notes. Kind of tricky, let's do 15 slow. 3, 4, 5th frets down, lift it, lift the chord. 4. One more time, 3, 4, thumb and thumb and thumb, lift the chord. So I'm thinking of that ending as just a melodic idea, right? I'm no longer on that G chord after that final 3. Just treating that like a melody. Go slow there. If it's tripping you up, just leave out the color and do whatever you want on that kind of G. You can just play it all as a G7 if you wanted to. And then, well, let's put those 2 together first. Sorry, 14 and 15, so you get the whole flow here. 3, 4. We can hold down that 1 and put the rest of the C chord down. Now it sounds cool, right? It sounds like dissonant when you're playing it, like what the heck? But it resolves to that C, so cool. So, and then 16 is just a C chord with that 3 string thumbing. We do it once though, sorry, and then 17 is that same walk we had at the beginning. Shoo, the donation pitch. Oh. I'll keep it short and sweet. If you made it this far in the video, you're getting good value from the video, and you see that I'm serious about teaching you and helping you, and I put a lot of my time and my resources into this channel. And so I simply ask, please return the favor, not only to buy me time for the previous work I've put into this, but to buy me time to keep paying things forward to other pickers out there. So many great comments below these videos. I get emails all the time. People are really learning, picking from this channel, getting great value. They're excited. Some of this finger picking stuff, it is very hard to find resources out there in general, let alone with this attention to the detail of the tab and the detail of the explanation. So that's it. You gotta support what you love. If you love this kind of guitar content, please support. If you don't support these things, whatever. It's a lot of time and effort. What you don't support has a tendency to go away. So help me continue to do this and reach people out there. Just go to mikesmusicmethod.com. And if you click on the tabs, it'll explain, everything. I've got a link to just what the value for value model means to me. But you know what it means. I'm providing value, give some back. That's it. Truly appreciate it. To all you already supporting and listening to the pitch, you're listening because you know I appreciate you. Thank you. You're helping out. You're helping out. Let's keep going with Towns. Oh, that's it. Take a break. That was the intro. Jump to the end of the video. It's timestamped, slow run through of the intro. Get it good. Play it slow with me. Ace it. The better you get that, then you can finally decide to move on here to the verse. Good news is a lot of the same material. So let's take a look at it. We are in 18. We've seen that before. Now here in 19, we have one new chord. E makes the C a C7. And so what's happening here, we just have our pinky and we're gonna put it down on the 3rd fret of that D string, right? It's tucked in there, typical cowboy C7 chord. We're pinching 5 and 2, right to the pointer finger though, on that 4th string. Or sorry, third. Did I say 4th? That's on the 3rd string. I should know that. So we're pinching, thumb in middle, right to the pointer, thumb back to the middle. 4. Second half of the measure, we have to move that thumb and ring finger down to the 6th string. Pointer still on that 3rd string. Thumb. And here we go back to the pointer on an open string cheat. So it's, that's the ending. 6, 3, 4, 3. Thumb, pointer, thumb, pointer. Let's try it all together. 3, 4. Very cool. Back to the F. Yeah, so 20 was the same. 21's a little different. Pinch and thumb and, so 6 and 2. Pointer finger on 3. Thumb on 4. Middle, back to 2. Once you get that, second half is 6, 3, 4. Then I gotta add the pinky. So I'm doing thumb, pointer, thumb, middle with that pinky down on the left hand, getting that G. And then, I take it back. I made a note in the tab here. I caught myself because I knew I would do this. We're actually not gonna play that 3rd fret with the pinky because we're gonna move the chord early because he's going up to the G. So watch this. Or sorry, what was it? Sorry, 3, 4. I'm playing that 3rd fret because we're cheating up to the G chord there. Okay, so I noted the tab, but you might want to circle it with a pen or something when you're practicing it. And it's okay to be a little hoppy there. Right, I'm playing that final thumb beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right after I do that, I'm letting it be snappy and then moving to my new position. And all of this stuff is so here. I'm gonna speak to you because I want you to be a better player. Don't just want to give you the tab and show you, but give you all the nuance too. Often the hardest part of practicing is going from one measure to another. And I know that's annoying because I'm teaching you these things in measures, but that's only for convenience sake, right? Just to organize things. But just because you know every measure doesn't mean you can suddenly play the song, right? A really hard part of the song is transitioning one measure into the other. So you should always spend time there. And I'm going to try to make note in future videos to incorporate this more often, because often we want to make sure we're practicing these transitions from one chord to the other, right? It's just hanging out here and doing the right hand isn't that hard, but it's a lot harder to do the right hand if you're doing, right? You have all these changes while you're doing that right hand thing. So here, this is what we're after. We have, and you don't want that to be tense. You want to feel that like, okay, on beat 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I'm just gonna kill the sound and then ease all the tension out of my hand, right? We think of this moment of like, oh, I gotta change chords. Believe it or not, as you get better, that moment of changing chords is the opposite of the moment of tension. When I'm changing chords, I'm going completely limp in this left hand here. I'm never limp anywhere else. Am I gonna leave this in? Jeez. But what I'm saying is you gotta totally relax that left hand. If you see Julian Lang play, a friend described it. That guy's a great player if you don't know Julian Lang or Lang, right? Julian, L-A-N-G. Unbelievable guitar player. So expressive. And at pretty quick speeds, unbelievably expressive. But what he does is, my friend said it looks like there's moments where he's like, he lets go, like as if the guitar were hot. And he's like, what's that all about? And I was like, I think what he's doing is he's giving himself this cue of like, I got a long set and I'm going to play a lot of freaking notes. And there's pauses where like, he does that kind of like hot guitar thing because he's signaling to his own nervous system like, dude, relax everything. This is your moment to break before you got to freaking blast through another passage. So that's how you have to treat these chord changes. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Totally relaxed. And all I'm doing is moving my arm up, right? There's no tension in my fingers. I'm releasing all the tension and bringing it up. So I have 4, bring it up to hit that note. Now I know it happens quick, but just because it happens quick doesn't mean it has to be tense. And I promise you, I am relaxed. I know it all happens fast, but I've trained myself to be relaxed in that moment. Right? You can look at me, right? There's no tension engaged there. 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And that's what we're chasing. Look in a mirror, record yourself. Don't be tight up here, don't be tight in here. This is such a huge part of your tone being good, and like also just your ability to play longer and with more ease and fluidity. You're gonna burn yourself out if things are too tense. I know that was long-winded, but I believe it's a very important and valuable note. So we made it to the G22. We've seen that before. We stay here in 23. Pretty similar idea. Pinch with middle, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle is an open string cheat again. And we go back to the C chord here in 24. Here we got a little bit of a stretch though. So thumb, pinch, and I'm doing my pointer finger here, so I'm shifting again to thumb and pointer. Then I'm bringing that down, pinch 6 and 1. Then I've got to get my pinky down to pinch that blue note again. And I'm using thumb and pointer, so. Love it, love it. It's that again, and we have an E flat, so it's the flat 3, right? C major chord with the E flat, flat 3 against the 3. And I know that's grungy, but the beautiful thing of this like chromatic stuff, right? E flat sounds kind of nasty when you just hold it, but it resolves to the D. And that's how dissonance works, right? We get a tension, a moment of tension, it sounds wrong. But if it's resolved, that tension becomes like a beautiful moment as opposed to like an ugly one. It's storytelling, right? Storytelling with musical notes. And then, yeah, so we have that tension. And then we resolve it with that barred G7, and we've seen 25 before. Maybe it's picked a little different, but you get the idea. Pinching 6 and 2, 4 and 1, 6 and 1. Quickly do the pointer finger on the second string. Then it's thumb on 4, open string cheat on 2. And here, musical note, in measure 25, things repeat. I've got my tab here. So once we play 25, that ending 1 means we play, ending 1 the first time we play it, which takes you to 25. Then there's a repeat sign. So we go back to 18, the top of the verse. Now you'll notice when we get to 23, we don't do 24 because we're not going to do ending 1 again. We do ending 2. So the second time we get to 23, we're going to jump to the second ending, which is here in measure 26, a C chord. Similar to what we've seen before, thumb, pinch 4 and 2, pinch 6 and 2, quick pointer finger, and then just thumb middle on 4, 2. And then 27, just a little more color before the walk. We have a quick 5, 2, 5, 2, then we do that G, A, B walk. And notice there, kind of where the punctuation is. Right, I'm not letting that C really sing. C, C, bum, bum, bum. They're all kind of short. And cool. Now another note here, if you look at the tab that you can stack at mikesmusicmethod.com based on the value for value model. The verse repeats from 18, varying the second endings, but occasionally he plays the verse like the intro with no bends on the G. So in other words, there's slight variation, right? Just kind of play it how you want to play it. The picking's never going to be exactly the same. Plus, when you're singing, if you do sing this goofy song, this talking blues song, you're always just going to kind of simplify. You don't need to do the bends and the hammer-ons and any of the colors. You can just kind of stick with your one pattern, right? And just play the chords that way without any color, and that's fine because everyone's listening to the lyrics and the melody and your vocal delivery. Now, the exception being the end, right? So the very last time, when we get to measure 23 in one of these verses, we'll jump to the coda, which is here in 29. So 2 coda means we pop out in that little symbol, which is like our wormhole. And we come out the wormhole in 29. I know it sounds a little funny. I swear these notes are in there though. Kind of a goofy little ending. We have pinch on a C chord, 5 and 2. Then I'm gonna do thumb on 4. Here I'm doing the pointer finger on the 3rd string, but I'm gonna move this pointer finger to go from the 1st fret to the 2nd. So I'm getting the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, which is like a C6 chord, because it's a note A that I'm snagging together. So pinch, thumb, I gotta move that pointer finger, tuck him in to get the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Then because I move that pointer finger, I hit 5, and then I hit that 2nd string is now open, because that pointer finger stays there. So it's open on the 2nd string now, making a C major 7. And then, yeah, it's just thumb and thumb. So try that 3, 4, pinch, move the pointer, 3, 4, then 31, I go back to the normal C. So thumb, then I'll put that pointer finger back down where it should be. Should. Thumb, pointer, thumb. That's just 5, 2, 4, and a C chord. So let's do those two together. 3, 4. Alright, when you play it like that, kind of that punchy feel, and it sounds a lot more like the song. You did it. Do a slow run through of the verse. You're doing it. You are a great guitarist. Every day you pick up your guitar, you are better and better. Even while you take your dog for a walk, you notice your guitar skills are increasing and improving. While you sit at the coffee shop enjoying your cup of coffee, having a conversation with a beloved friend, even then and there, while you're fully engaged in another delightful task, you know that in the back of your mind, your brain and subconscious areas are improving your ability to play the guitar. Every breath you take, you feel a confidence swelling inside of you as you become the guitarist of your dreams. Just through living and engaging in Mike's music method, life becomes easier. Things are more joyous. The more you watch Mike's music method and consume his content, the better things become, the greater the possibilities. Love fills your heart and soul. You're doing it. Keep doing it. Boom! Part 2 of this video, getting the song Campfire ready. My kid's at the art table. I'm moving the chair around. We'll keep this one short. I'll give you the theory of it, and there's not much to work on here because it's a talking blues. But whenever we want to learn a song, we learn all the details. We already went through that. The other thing we want to do is just make sure we are also practicing the bird's eye view. We want to be able to just change the chords, play it real simple, and then from there we start adding all the details. So with this one, you can just do down strums on the C and just see if you can deliver some of the vocal, right? So start there. Well, I ain't very big for 21, and it seems like I could never really have any clean fun, 'cause every time I'd go outside and some bully'd come pick on me. I don't even know what the words are, sorry. But you get the idea, right? We're just strumming these chords and trying to do it. The next thing you could do is do like the thumb, and just try some basic picking pattern, or even just do the thumb, that 3-string thumbing. Well, I ain't very big for 21, and it seems like I never could have any good, clean fun, 'cause every time I'd go outside, it seems some great big old bully come. And that's it. We're just chasing more and more complexity with our hands while we deliver the lyrics. And eventually, you can get a basic pattern, 1 pinch, 3 and 4, 1 pinch, 3 and 4. And can you sing it that way? Then can you do, the hardest part honestly would be exactly doing what Townes does. I will say this, pretty much every time I cover a song, I'm gonna let go of that. Of course, if there's a beautiful picked intro, I will learn it note for note, and when I perform it, I'll play it note for note. But when it comes to me singing, the guitar part in the background is like beyond secondary. You know, it's tertiary or quarterary, fourthendary, quarterly. But my point is, like, just trust your picking instinct. And the more you do this stuff, well, I ain't very big for 21, and it seems like I never could have any good, clean fun, because every time I go outside, a great big old bully come. Right? I'm not really thinking about my picking hand anymore. I'm trusting that it's going to stay in rhythm, and that I'm doing something mildly interesting, right? Everyone's listening to your vocal performance. Every player, including Towns, is going to do that background stuff during the verse a little bit different each time. Again, unless it's something specific that's like doubling the melody. So that's the process. That's the Campfire Ready process. Not going to belabor it. You can go over all the verses if you want to, but just keep it very simple, sing. And slowly over time, build in complexity. And you just get to the point that it feels filling enough to you. You don't have to mimic exactly what Towns is doing on the page. And I don't even encourage that. Now, the first half of the video was to make you a better guitarist, right? It wasn't necessarily about performing the piece. We learn note for note because learning from the greats is the best way to learn, right? Let's be honest. We all want to play like Towns or Dylan or Prine or John Hurt or you name your favorite picker. So we learn from them note for note, and that's a great way to get good. But when it comes to covering a song and performing it, you got to let go of that. It's an art form, and now it's your art form. So you're going to do it in your own way. I've made the point. Let's do the slow run-throughs. Well done. Let's do a slow run of the intro. 2, 3, 4, rest. Pinky. Slide it up. Pinky, lift it. Pinky, lift it. Sorry. Missed it. I think I played 5 instead of 4. We all need to practice, guys. See, we all need to practice. It's normal. We make mistakes. We try it again. I would go back to that measure. Don't just play the whole thing again, right? Note where you make mistakes. Don't waste time. Note where you make mistakes. Hyper focus there for 5-10 minutes, whatever it takes. Then come back. Try the whole thing all together. Slow run. Let's do the verses. We'll do the first and second ending here, starting at 18. 2, 3, 4. C7. Remember, we move early here. Move. Lift it. From the top. Sorry if I'm going too quick. Move it. Sorry, I did the first ending again. Let's run it with the second ending. I'll try to slow down. I know I'm going a little quick here. 2, 3, 4. Notice how I wait the last second to put that pinky down in that C7. Move it here. To the second ending. the coda, let's just play the coda straight through. We did the verse enough. So 3 from 29, 2, 3, 4. Pointer finger. Again, 3, 4. I do what I call the jellyfish technique. I mentioned this in some videos, but I'm kind of like pulsating this left hand a little bit in certain parts. Right, I'm like, you know, a jellyfish, like I'm doing that with the left hand, so it punctuates it and it gives it that really cool staccato feel without having to, like, you know, be like lifting and palm muting with the right hand. You can do that all with the left. Right, doing that all with the left hand through the jellyfish technique, I call it. I don't know that it's got a technical name. And sorry, I have the sniffles. I know. I'm trying not to sniffle whenever I hit record. It's hard not to. It's winter. There's mountains of snow out there. But we're doing okay. I hope you're doing okay. You're doing okay. I know you are. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna make it through this.